morning everybody. Myself Vishvendra, I am the founder of Optimal Success Trajectory. We have started the solved questions for Irodov as a part of our program, and in this program we give the structured way of problem solving skills. You see, there is no concept, no point in learning the solution. You must learn the process. Solving a problem requires certain skills of the mind, and these skills are attained by continuous and recursive efforts. So we just plan to make students learn the art of problem solving skills through questions. So let's start with the problem number 1.20 of IEEE. It says that the position vector of a particle is vector at 1 minus alpha t, where vector is a constant vector, and we need to find the velocity and acceleration of the particle. So this is the problem. We'll solve this with a vision to develop problem solving skills in yourself. Make sure that the first step of problem solving skill is a silent mind. Whenever you see a problem, whenever you start solving a problem, general reaction of the mind is a feeling of anxiety, fear, depression, excitement and uncomfortable feelings. The first thing you must learn is a psychological training of your mind. Be strong enough so that you become internally silent. That gives your mind the time to think. That is very important. So before solving any question, make sure that you are internally silent for 20 seconds. Be internally silent. You will learn how the problems are solved, but be internally silent. So let's think about the idea. So we are being given the position vector and we need to find the velocity and acceleration. So the central idea of the problem is we must think that what is the relation between position vector and velocity? What is the relation between position vector and acceleration? So certain informations will be used here. So here is the role of information that you learnt in your class. So you must understand this, because there are a lot of myths about how to prepare. Somebody is saying something, somebody is saying some other thing. So you must decide what you do by experiments, not by words, because suggestions are free, anybody can give suggestions. But the point is whether these suggestions work or not. So you must experiment on the suggestions, put them through the testing. If it is true, then you have to succeed, and if it's not true, then you will fail. So you can just check that. So the thing is, you must develop a mechanism of recursive learning. Whatever anybody says, just apply that to problems. Make sure that is it working for you or not. So the idea is the relation between position vector and velocity. We know from the definition that vector v is dr by dt and vector a is dv by dt. Since it involves differentiation, so certainly we also need to learn the rules of differentiation. So if you have learned, you are able to retrieve all the data of this information and this information. Only then you will be able to solve this question. So there comes the role of information. Whatever you have studied, you must have the capacity to retrieve it as and when needed. And for that, you must follow the process of the mind in which it stores data. It has got its own mechanism. You must understand the information. If you are weak at understanding, information will not be stored in your mind and it will not be retrieved when it will be needed. So make sure that you understand things. Don't just try to mug it, don't just try to for rote learning. Try to understand it, practice it, think in different dimensions, so that you have a feeling of the information. If there is no feeling associated, you will forget it. So let's continue forward. So we have vector v is dr by dt. Vector r is vector at 1 minus alpha t. If we multiply these terms, we get 80 minus a alpha t square. Now we differentiate it. So it will be d by dt of vector at minus d by dt of vector a alpha t square. Now here a is a constant, so it will come out, and we know differentiation of t is 1, so that will be vector a only. Then we have from here minus a alpha, and differentiation of t square will be 2t. So we have vector a minus 2 alpha vector a t. Vector a, if we can take common, then it is 1 minus 2 alpha t. So this is my velocity vector. If I talk about the magnitude, just take the mode, and this will be the magnitude of, let's say that this is the magnitude of velocity vector for the speed of the particle. So these are for the certain steps. Now let's move forward. Vector a is dv by dt. So this is d by dt. vector V as we have calculated is this, vector A minus 2 alpha 80. So you put it over here. So differentiation of vector A will be 0 because it's a constant. And then we have 2 alpha vector A, and differentiation of T is 1. So we have acceleration vector as minus 2 alpha vector A. Let's represent this symbol by A naught because we have used acceleration for this vector. Now the magnitude of acceleration will be 2 alpha mod A. So if we plot the graphs, that is important concept. It's not given in the question. I have added these informations. If you plot the graph between magnitude of acceleration and time, it will be a static function of time. You see there is no change in the magnitude of acceleration with respect to time. And if you draw the speed time graph, then the graph will be a simple mode function. At the point 1 upon 2 alpha, value of speed will be 0, and we know that mode function in a single term is like V shape, and at t is equal to 0, the value will be 0 comma a. You just substitute t is equal to 0. So we have got the coordinate 0 comma a. We know the shape, we know when it will be 0, so it is of V type shape. In this way you can solve your question. So you have seen that solving a problem requires certain skills. The first and most important skill is a silent mind. The second most important step is the idea. The third is information, and the fourth is calculation. So you just need to practice these four things again, and again. How many number of questions you try does not matter. First thing is work on quality of working. So for quality you must practice only these four things: silent mind, then it's about the idea, then information, then calculation. So each problem that you solve, your mind must follow these four steps. Practice them again, and again. Reduce your speed, work at your own pace, work with positive mentality, work with that information in which you are comfortable. Don't copy other person, and you will be able to succeed. You will certainly learn the art of problem solving skills, and you will end